Tony Wakeford, 75, lying on a hospital bed, believed he was dying from Parkinson's disease. Suffering from a guilty conscience, he decided to tell his wife, Patricia, 67, that he had a long affair with her best friend Penny Desallis a few years earlier. Patricia was heartbroken, but knew he was dying and tried to forgive him. But can she? However, the twist in the case came when Tony survived his hospital visit, miraculously. Now that Tony is not dying, do you think Patricia would still forgive him? Watch the rest of the video as we reveal what happened between Tony and Patricia. I'm sure you won't be able to stop watching until you find out how it all ends. Patricia met Tony when she was 16 years old. It was love at first sight for her, and she knew she would love him forever. Their love had grown and flourished over the years, like a tree that had taken root and grown strong. Patricia was a special needs teacher and regularly attended church. She had 2 children and 6 grandchildren. Patricia's world was turned upside down when she discovered her husband's affair. But despite the shocking revelation of her husband's affair, Patricia never gave up on their relationship. She took care of him for 4 more years, showing an incredible strength of character and a deep commitment to the power of love. But their son and daughter knew the truth, that their mother had never been the same since their father's confession. They said she was a broken woman who was never the same after, and the pain of his betrayal became too much to bear. But who knew that Patricia and Tony's marriage had become a ticking time bomb? All that pain and anger finally surfaced in a terrible way one night in September 2011. The night started like any other, but soon things took a dark turn. Patricia and Tony started fighting. A heated argument between Patricia and Tony erupted while she was cutting vegetables. Before she knew it, he had pushed her. In a moment of fear and desperation, Patricia fought back with all her might, viciously stabbing him multiple times. In the aftermath of the attack, she called the police, her voice shaking with fear and adrenaline, and told them she had killed her husband in self-defense. When the police arrived, they saw that Tony had wounds on his legs and arms. The fatal stab was found in his heart. When questioned, she said, "He walked into the knife. I didn't mean to kill him." She told the investigators, "He attacked me. Is it just me, or do you also find something fishy here?" Before we answer that, do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Just like us, even the police did not buy the story of Patricia. To the outside world, the couple seemed like they had a happy marriage with 2 grown children that they loved. But Patricia and Tony's marriage was plagued by violent arguments and deep-seated resentment. The police had been called to their home many times before, but no one suspected the true extent of their troubles. On the day of the murder, a neighbor told the police that she had heard Patricia yelling at her husband, "I hate you, I hate you." And after a brief investigation, the police charged Patricia with the murder of her husband. The investigators did not believe that this was a self-defense case, but that Patricia, in her jealous rage, killed her husband in cold blood. The pain Patricia was holding for those years came to the surface. Tony was known as a quiet man, and he was disabled. He could not have defended himself against his wife's violent blows. Because the court heard Patricia was suffering from a mental condition known as reactive depression disorder, and because of the nature of the case, the charges against her were dropped from homicide to manslaughter. At her trial, Judge Critchlow said, "You've been betrayed by 2 people who were closest to you." The judge also said, "You cannot be punished any more than you've been. I don't believe you'll ever commit another offense of violence or any other offense." The jury convicted her of manslaughter by an unlawful act. She was sentenced to 582 days in jail, but was released because she had already served 291 days on remand. Following the sentencing, her family said in a statement, "We were relieved that our mom had been returned to us, so we can all start to rebuild our lives. We would now appreciate some privacy so we can grieve together for the loss of our father." So would you forgive your partner if they had an affair? I'm sure you won't kill them. But let us know your answer in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.